Whew. How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted over in states unborn and accents yet unknown? Cassius says this with bloody hands as he's standing over Caesar's body. I think of my actor's journey when I hear that. Lofty scene number 1. I'm 6 years old, and every morning I sit in front of my mom's antique armoire with 3 movable mirrors. This is my performance space. In the drawers, I keep the tools of my trade readied for my ritual, where I methodically place makeup items on a laid-out hand towel, lipstick, powder puff, bottle of Johnson's baby powder. White face, red lips, I'm ready for my scenes to be acted over. I improvise, soliloquies, and sing arias in made-up languages. All my work is original. My repertoire expands. When Mom takes us to see the movie version of the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, I learned the entire soundtrack because I am in love with 3 things. 1, the music moves me in ways I do not yet have the vocabulary to describe. 2, Ted Neely, who plays Jesus. Oh yeah, Ted, with those piercing blue eyes. I don't know how to love him either. But he's giving me feelings. And not the kind you're supposed to have at 6 about Jesus. And 3, Yvonne Elliman, who plays Mary Magdalene, because her voice, right, is sweet, like honey, her performance is true, and because she looks like me. Oh, this is the first time I'm ever experiencing this. Someone up there looks like me. Now, while Ted Neely awakes my romantic, Yvonne Elliman awakes my dream. This is what I want to do, and I can do it. But before I can say it out loud, every other movie I watch, I don't see me. So no matter how much baby powder I put on my face, I can't make myself look like them. So my stay at the armoire ends. How many ages hence? Flash forward to 6th grade. Blessed Sacrament, when Miss Barberi, the most beautiful teacher in our school, assigns us these skits that have messages, like after-school specials. Mine is a 2-hander in which my character is torn when her friend is shoplifting at a department store. Now, the truth is, I'm actually more like the shoplifter than the friend in real life, so I'm playing against type. My character has this huge dilemma, and I love every second of those lofty 3 minutes in that scene. And when Miss Barberi waves me over at recess, puts her arm around me, and pulls me in so close that I am breathing in her gentle perfume, Anais, Anais, you're a very good actor. You're very real up there. You should be taking lessons, maybe even auditioning. This is big, because Miss Barberi, she is an actor. She's been on Simon and Simon. I mean, surely she knows what she's talking about, right? She reawakes my dream. I get a commercial agent, theatrical agent. I'm auditioning and auditioning and auditioning, but the truth is it's 1983 and there's just not a lot of room for actors who look like me. 2 years later, I'm a freshman at Immaculate Heart, and somehow I find myself playing the main role in the skit that my class is presenting. We are the FBI freshmen, and I'm playing the detective. So I fashion myself into an Edward James Olmos from Miami Vice. I get the trench coat, paint on my mustache, slick back my hair, and hide it underneath a hat, because despite my school being run by rebel nuns of the Vatican II, who are giving us an incredibly feminist education after they burned their bras, we still all assumed that all detectives were men. At the end of the day, English Lit and Shakespeare teacher Carmen Hill congratulates me. You were fierce. You commanded. It was almost like you disappeared and you were channeling, I don't know, some kind of Eddie James Olmos. Right? This is big. I mean, she teaches Shakespeare. She's got to know what she's talking about. Except the drama teacher, she never comes anywhere near me, never approaches me, and as much as I value Carmen's opinion, if the drama teacher doesn't see it in me, well, then maybe I don't really have it. For totally unrelated reasons, I get kicked out of Immaculate Heart at the end of my junior year. You know what, go to my website, you can read about it there. So, having totally shamed my family and myself with the expulsion, I have nothing to lose. I decide it's time. Why not just say what you've been wanting to say since you were 6? I sign up for Drama 101 at my new school, Glendale High. And in our first week, we had to perform a monologue for our teacher. This giant of a man in stature, voice, and energy, Mac Duggar. So I go through Duggar's bookshelves, I pull out Samuel French monologues for students. Female, young, dramatic, the mad woman of Shiloh. I didn't know how to pronounce it then. I still don't know how to pronounce it now. But with that monologue, Mr. Duggar moves me from Drama 101 to 102. This is big because there is no 103. Now, in my first year as a theater major at Glendale College, the head of the department, a small man with a very large mustache, leans into me as I sit in front of a makeup station. He talks to me through our reflections in the mirror to say, you know, you would be perfect to play Allée in Lion in Winter, except you look about as much like a French princess as I do. My second year, he tells me if I want to get cast in The Nerd, then he'd have to cut my long hair to make a Connie Chung hairdo, you know, so I could possibly look like a newscaster. I start to say, are you frickin' kidding me, you racist bastard? But it comes out as, sure, I'll do it. He doesn't give me the role. He gives it to a blonde non-theater major, and he doesn't make her cut her hair. It's clear I need to get out of Glendale College, so I apply to Cal Arts, and I audition with Portia from Julius Caesar. And I get my acceptance letter, except I realize I don't have the money to go to Cal Arts, and I'm not brave enough to take out massive loans. So I defer for a year, giving myself the condition that if I don't get a paying acting job in this year, back to school it is. Every week, I go to the newsstand and pick up Dramalogue. Remember that? With the shiny paper? Yes. The months fly by, and suddenly, it's August, no paying job. And in the 11th hour, my pager goes off. Remember those? And I'm off to an audition for the 12th Night Repertory Company. Not that they do any actual Shakespeare. I'm given sides that remind me of Miss Barberry's skits, but better written, more theatrical after-school specials. And I'm going into schools for these performances, educational theater. I cut my teeth with those shows, and there is no better training that you could give an actor because no one will call you out on your shitty performance faster than a 13-year-old kid in a school auditorium in a school assembly at the cafetorium. A couple years later, 1995, I've been touring the country with an interactive show for colleges, and my New York booking agent calls. Hey, Franny, a couple of the colleges want you to come back and do a diversity workshop for them. Diversity workshop? I don't do workshops. I mean, call Cornell West. Yeah, you know, the schools think that since the students already like you, they're gonna listen to you about this whole multicultural thing, blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's very hot right now, you know. Okay, but I'm really an actor. Can I do a play about multiculturalism? I don't know, can you? So I do. Colin and I create 8 characters from interviews, and I'll play them all. Male, female, gay, straight, different ethnicities in states unborn and accents yet unknown. And every time that fear wants to take over, I just go back to Carmen's words. It was like you channeled an Eddie James almost up there. I can do this. The LA Times slammed me. The Aryan Nations threatens to bomb me. The United Nations Association gives me a standing ovation. 2 years ago, I'm workshopping a new play for Gabe Gomez at the Pasadena Playhouse. He finds out about my show. It goes to colleges, huh? You know, I teach at a college now. I have a budget. Will you come? You have a budget? Of course I will come. Where do you teach? Glendale College. Yeah. Oh, I'll come. Walking into that theater, it doesn't seem very familiar. A lot of changes from the seats in the house to the head of the department. When I enter the dressing room, though, it is exactly the same. I mean, I think I even recognize some of the busted, wobbly chairs from 25 years ago, because let's face it, the theater department dressing rooms are where old chairs go to die. I sit at the makeup station, same one that I sat in when I was 18. I start my ritual, lay down my hand towel, methodically place my tools, lipstick, powder puff, but no more Johnson's baby powder. I don't need to whiten my face anymore. My brown one is good enough. Post-show Q&A, a young girl raises her hand. I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you. I'm Filipino-American, and I always feel invisible, you know. But then I'm watching you from here, and you're up there, and you look like me. It's like I feel like somebody finally saw me. Do you get that? Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Thank you for sharing that with me, and thank you for reminding me. I gotta thank Yvonne Elliman, because she looked like us too. Thank you.